I was Pop YouTube. Welcome to another video. Today we're doing a trade recap. Why I lost $3,000 today. Now I lost $600 across 5 accounts. I'm gonna be telling you what I did right at first. This was honestly a pretty good day, but I ended up turning it bad just due to my own mistakes. Now, so let's get right into it. First trade of the day that I did take was right here on ES. I'm gonna show y'all. So we had this SMT. This SMT, I want to say, I lied. What is this? Um, okay, this was the SMT. We had this SMT right here on ES with NQ. We got a 30-second inversion for value gap. I took the short. The stop was at initially at this high, targeting. Literally, this was my first target. As y'all can see, we very unfortunate on that one. I ended up pyramiding on this trade once we got this displacement. So from there, my fill was like here. At that point, stop was up here. I then moved it to break even once I recognized we were getting this just sign of reversal. I didn't like that. That's not what I wanted to see. So I went break even. Didn't take a loss on this trade. Cool. From there, I looked at NQ. I recognized just the strong bullish candle that we had on NQ. We also have a higher time frame SMT in favor of NQ. So I took that as okay, we're probably gonna get a reversal. I entered long off of this 5-minute off of this 5-minute inversion per value gap. My stop was beneath, I'll show you what exactly. My stop was beneath this 1-minute wick. I didn't want to see us come back and and disrespect this 1 minute that was already disrespected. I felt like this should have been treated as support and we should have continued higher. And as you can see, that is what we did. However, this is where the first mistakes came into play because initially I was targeting this 4-hour in London. London was these equal highs right here. Let me show y'all. So this was the 4-hour, where 4 hours started at, and then this was London. So I'm gonna zoom in and show y'all exactly where I made the mistakes at. So from here, I added into the position, ended up literally, I trailed my stop right here because once we got this tap of, I think we tapped a 3-minute. Yeah, we tapped a 3-minute. I ended up trailing my stop and pyramiding on this change in the state right here. Once we got this imbalance, as you can see, I moved my stop to this low, got stopped out. I then re-entered once we got to this displacement candle, and this literally happened in like the blink of an eye. Got wicked out, ended up stopping me out again. So from there, now I'm slightly in drawdown. I'm slightly, just on edge because of the fact that my trade that was a winner got turned into a loser just due to me trailing my stop and price wanted to be inefficient. Price started to become inefficient at like literally the second I trailed my stop and I thought we were good. So that's kind of my fault. I should just let the trade ride and not try to micromanage it as much as I did. So yeah, tried to micromanage. I got stopped out, break even at first, and I took 2 losses within this part. I then tried to short once we got to this 15-second change in the state. I wanted to see us rebalance into this BPR and potentially come back lower. I mainly wanted to see this low. This was my main target. As you can see, I got stopped again. And then from there, that was pretty much it. I want to say I don't think I took anything else after that. That was what my third loss. Yeah, that was a third loss. 2 break evens, 3 losses. I told myself if I got break even stopped that I was going to walk away from the initial long, and I did get break even stopped and I did not walk away. So that is the main takeaway from today. I knew what I should have done. I literally said it out loud what I was supposed to do and I still failed to do that, which is completely my fault. Definitely something I have to continue to work on, just having the strength and the discipline to walk away. And I was just having a conversation about this yesterday with a friend of mine who trades as well. The strength to walk away is very important. You don't want to put yourself in a position to where you're going to end up losing more than you possibly can, because once I took those initial 2 losses, then it's like, all right, now I feel more confident in this setup. We had an SMT at the highs, inversion, changing the state. I'm like, all right, let's try to rebalance out. This isn't, and at the time I thought it was A plus, so I added more size onto it. Ended up getting stopped out. Um, so yeah, that's why the losses were much bigger because I did size in after I took my initial positions. But yeah, like just the self sabotage. Because at first I was only down like $100 on the day, and I was told myself to walk away, and I didn't. So that's completely my fault. Completely something I need to work on. Completely something I need to do better at. Just walking away when I say that I need to, when I say that I should, is probably the main thing that's been in my way recently. Just the main thing causing me to give back profits. But all in all, we still did end the week. We ended the week about break even, honestly, and profit from last week, and then break even this week. So not mad, but I'm not happy at all. Definitely gave back a lot of money. Definitely did a lot of things that I should have did better. Should have been able to walk away. This has happened multiple times this week where I say I'm gonna walk away and I don't, and it's just resulted in me giving back way more money than I should have. So need to hit the drawing board. Need to really reassess myself, reassess my position on everything, and just what I need to do going forward. And if y'all do have any suggestions, anybody facing these same troubles, so just let me know. We can work through it together because it's definitely something that probably like the main thing for me that I feel like I need to work on, just having the strength, the discipline, the mental fortitude to just be able to walk away because to me that's my main thing right now. I take the right setups, but I continue to just self-sabotage and fail to walk away when I know I should. I continue to try to trade and take advantage of the markets, and I'm trying to trade in this. Like this is just low resistance liquidity chop, high resistance liquidity chop. I mean, like we're just creating a bunch of buy and sell side the prices and really making no real decisions. So it's like, why even put yourself in a position to do that? I used the analogy yesterday talking to a friend where I was like, all right, if I'm afraid of snakes, and if I know that that door behind that door is filled with snakes, I'm not gonna go near the door because I know that my fear of snakes is gonna overtake me. I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna do whatever the case may be. And it's the same thing with trading. If you know that once you take X amount of losses or once you lose a certain amount, if your setup fails, more than 2 or 3 times, you know that your logic starts to go out the window. You start to disrespect certain rules you have in place for yourself. You start to over risk, or you start to just get in your emotions. Just walk away. Don't even put yourself in a position to potentially harm yourself even more by walking through that door. Just walk away, leave the door closed, and that's something that I've been trying to do. Still been battling it. It's probably been like my main issue recently, just having that ability to be able to walk away. Yeah, learned a lot from today though. I honestly, I also had my personal daily loss limit set to what it usually is. And on Fridays, I usually like to cut that in half. I usually like to keep it at $300 max, and I didn't even do that today either, which is another thing. Another reason for my fault. Like I usually cut that daily loss limit. I did not today. I felt like I was invincible. I felt like I could, not need it whole time. That would have saved me an extra $1,500. So all in all though, definitely learn from it. Definitely, you know, understand where I need to do better at. I hope y'all can learn from this as well. I hope y'all can take what I'm saying and apply it to yourself. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.